You start watching yourself and you're like, wow, okay, got it. That needs improvement. It's like having your own reality TV show and you're the only star. What is up? Evelyn Harper with Forever Fit. And you are part of our daily series where we focus on either upper body, core, or legs for the next 5 to 10 minutes. Today, it might go a little over 5, but it'll always be under 10. We're going to get started on our core. All you need is a set of dumbbells. I grabbed 10s. So first things first, we are doing a sit-up with a rotation. So my right leg is being held down by the 10-pound dumbbell. It doesn't feel like a lot. If that just feels too weird in general, you can honestly do this without the dumbbell, but I like the dumbbell. So let's get going. So this series was inspired by my mom, and it is kind of expanded. I think my mom was the perfect excuse to get things going. And then I've just kind of fallen in love with doing these workouts and talking through them, and not just talking about the workouts, but it's like a podcast while we work out type of thing. All right. That was our brief intermission. Now let's go back to the movement. So currently my left quad is burning because it's locked out. And my biceps are also burning because I keep this 90-degree bend in them. And if you want to make this move harder, don't go all the way down and rotate so the dumbbell touches the ground behind your hip. Let's do 4 more. 1, 2, 3, 4. Ooh, that burns. Okay, so the side that is lit up is my left oblique. We're going to capitalize on that. So now we are going on to oblique flank dips towards our left side. Keep your butt down and you're just dipping your hips and coming back up. Dipping your hips, coming back up. I've got a mirror right behind me / beside me, so it's nice to see that my butt is down. You don't want to bring your butt up and you don't want it to sag. So now going back to story time. So I have fallen in love with doing these workouts and posting them for many of reasons. It's one way to get my mom to continue doing these workouts, and it's fun to have her review them and also be a critical eye of like, Evelyn, da 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 da. She's helped me become a perfectionist. And I appreciate it now, but it had its moments of stress and struggle, but here we are. So having her review these videos and also just kind of holding me accountable as much as I'm holding her accountable has been really fun. Lastly, before we move on to the other side, we are doing a bottom up movement because it targets your lower abs. So have your working oblique up towards the ceiling and you are just tucking your hips in so you feel it in your lower abs and squeezing as you come up. Good. Just like that. Sure you're doing it right. Okay, so going back to story time. Intermission is over. So yes, it's fun to have her review them. The accountability for her and I, just like that fun little back and forth, having her be a part of all of this growth has been awesome. And lastly, as I'm editing, I'm watching it like 100 times to be like, okay, no one wants to hear about that. Or, wow, that was kind of fun to watch. Or that story was good. Or, dang, Evelyn, you really do go into like ADD mode with your mouth and your mind. So it's a good mirror and forces me to like assess how I talk about the movements, how I talk about stories. Am I saying like too many times? All the above. Because I would love for all of this to pick up so I get to talk in front of more people. I have no problem public speaking. I mean, I say that with a grain of salt. I'm not perfect at it, but I do enjoy it. So maybe one day I will be doing something with that. All right, so now we are circling back to our other side, starting with the sit-ups. You can see that my right leg is locked out. It's not going to stay locked out the entire time. I'll often forget and realize that there's a bend in it, so then I'll lock it out again while the weight is on my left foot and I'm rotating so the dumbbell is touching the ground on that far side. This side feels way harder because my abs have already been worked. Part of watching myself in these videos, especially when I do the leg workouts, is I'll get winded at the end. And in one of my last videos, at the end, I finish recording and I start walking off. I'm like, good God, that's pathetic. And so it's motivated me to start running more and doing way more cardio. So it's like little things like that where you start watching yourself and things that you're working on and you're like, wow, okay, got it. That needs improvement and stuff like that. It's like having your own reality TV show and you're the only star. All right, let's do 3 more. 1, 2, 3. OMG. Okay, great. Those were really fun. Good. So my right side is burning, so we are dipping down to the right side. Down and come back up. And honestly, that's how kind of a lot of social media is. I mean, yes, these videos are there, but you can also just have your Instagram posts and other things, and that's why often people hate it, because it does have that comparison aspect towards other people, to which I love. I thrive on that. But I understand how some people hate that pressure. Let's do 5 more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh my goodness gracious. All right, last core exercise, bottom up movement, but you're facing the other way. Let's do 15 of them. Goal is to target down here. If you start feeling this too much in your back, you might be too twisted, so you need to open your hips up more towards the ceiling. I already lost count. Let's do 5 more. 1, 2, 3, 4, last one, 5. Woo, good work. All right, hopefully your abs are feeling nice and toasty. Tomorrow, the workout will be focused on arms. That one will be a green thumbnail, so it will be for all levels. See you then.